Hey everybody. So, you see how bright it is? How nice and sunny it is? So, it would appear that all my fretting about the passability of the Blue Mountain Summit is for naught. Because clear skies, clear roads, I just passed the 38 mile marker for Pendleton. Remember, I said as soon as I got to Pendleton, I knew that I was smooth sailing from there. So, I'm still running a bit behind because, well, I stopped for those motorists, right? And then when I finally got into LeGrand, because I did it last year, I went and got me some hot chocolate. I gassed up down, I could have gassed up there at Safeway too, like I did last year, but I wanted a roast beast sandwich. I said roast beast. I wanted a roast beef sandwich. And so I went down to Subway, which happened to be at the Flying J, which is right there back on the freeway, or getting back onto, I-84 here. So it worked out. I got my hot chocolate from Safeway, just like I did exactly a year ago today. Probably about the same time too, now that I think about it. I mean, well, no, not quite. Well, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. At any rate, it's probably real close to exactly a year ago. Got my hot chocolate. So I got my roast beef sandwich. I got gas to top off. I had to put air in the tire because it looked a little wonky. And then I'm on the road here. So I'm 38 miles, well, probably way less now, but I'm, when I started this video, I literally had just passed the 38 mile marker to Pendleton. Now, I mean, there is snow off to the sides here, but these roads are clear. I mean, absolutely clear. And, I started to get a little anxious when I pulled into LeGrand because it spit a little, just a few drops of rain on my windshield. And obviously, having flashbacks of last year when, there was freezing rain and it was coating my windshield and left me with, about a 6 or an 8 inch swath right across the windshield. That's all I could see. Everything else was frozen over. The heater wasn't working. I didn't have a scraper. I mean, I didn't pick that up until Idaho, which, I have that now, but the thing is, it's clear. I mean, I'm seeing a few gray clouds here, but nothing like they were last year. So nothing that's freaking me out like last year. I'm at mile marker 243, 244. That was exit 243, but yet the mile marker's 244. But yeah, so this is, God, I was about to say Donner Pass. I don't know why. Oh, that's stupid. That's another story completely. I have a story about being on Donner Pass, and you would absolutely have a laugh out of it. And I'll tell you what, if you all want to hear the Donner story, or the Donner Pass story from, it was 20 years ago. It'll be 20 years ago, late May. So 20 years ago, late next month. If you want to hear that story, I guarantee you're going to get a laugh out of it. Put in the comments. All right, put in the comments if you want to hear that story, and I'll make a special video about that story so you all can laugh. And you will be laughing at my friend Mike's expense too, because he's an integral part of that story. That's all I'll just say. I am on the Mountain Summit Pass, Cabbage Hill. And I don't know why they call it Cabbage Hill. If someone wants to enlighten me, please do. But so I'm up here on Summit Mountain, or Blue Mountain Summit right now, and I mean there's a little bit of grayish clouds here, but the motorist that was stranded there that I talked to, she said that this pass is only like maybe 15 miles, if that. It seemed a lot longer. But then again, when you're doing 25 miles an hour behind a big rig, you know, in wintry conditions, and, you know, your sky is just, you know, we're at 4193 elevation. This is the Blue Mountain Summit here. What was I saying? Anyway, it was completely blacked over. It was so I went from, you just saw what it looked like, right? A little bit like this, and then it went completely dark. Like the sky was as gray as my hoodie here, and lights were on. I'm sitting there freaking out because I'm doing 25 miles an hour behind a big rig, and all the while other cars just blaring right past us. I remember a big, it was either a Ram 1500 or a Ram 2500, just blew right past us, and I'm just like, oh man, I hope for your sake you don't end up in a ditch and I have to, like, you know, negotiate around you. So yeah, it looks like I really worried for nothing. I mean, well, the clouds are a little darker, and there is snow on the sides, but, and there's just a little bit of moisture on the roads, but I think I'm okay. So I will be at present speed. I mean, I'm going to be in Pendleton, barring any other complications, probably within about 20 to 25 minutes by now, I would think. I'm just passing the Meacham exit, which is exit 238. So as soon as I hit Pendleton, then I think it's like, oh, if you hear that, that's some form of precipitation hitting my windshield. Snow dust or something, I don't know. Snow dust, it's a technical term. Yeah, I just made it up. I don't know. Something is hitting my windshield. At any rate, once I hit Pendleton, I think I'm about 3 hours-ish, 3.5 hours from Portland, and it being 5:15. Okay, so that kind of pushes it back to, okay, so I might hit Portland by 9, between 8 and 9 p.m., unless there's something else that sidelines me or whatever. I mean, like, I had every intention in the world to, like, not dilly-dally, to not BS with people at truck stops or whatnot, but, you know, having been stranded, okay, I'm 235 miles from Portland, 56 miles from Hermiston, and 27 miles from Pendleton. Hermiston's a cool place. If I wanted to go see any of my friends up in the Tri-Cities area, that's where I'd kick off. But sorry, I'm not kicking off. I'm going home. I'm going straight home. I'm going. But what was I saying now? I keep forgetting. I don't know. But you know, like, I don't make any bones about having to stop and help a motorist. I mean, when I was in Kentucky, how my tire didn't actually, you know, blow is beyond me. There were some pictures somewhere that it was, the tread had separated from the tire, but the tire itself, and what alerted me to it was that I heard this. And So I'm looking in my side view mirror there, and I can see pieces of tread just, now mind you, I was on my way to work, and then I ended up having to call off work. And then, of course, I got chastised because I didn't have a tire iron, I didn't have a jack. I mean, I had the donut, but I didn't have the tire iron or the jack. I just absentmindedly assumed that there was a tire iron and jack in my car when I got it. Didn't even dawn on me to look to see if I had one or not, which I did remedy that. I did go to the store and buy me a new tire iron and a jack from Walmart there. So I have that with me now. So while I don't think I was very much help to those motorists, I mean, I tried to be. Had I thought about it, I would. I mean, and the thing is, like, I did think about going to get my tire iron, and I did think about going to get my jack. But and then the downside of that is what they wanted to do is they wanted to pull the tire off, take it back into Ontario and get it fixed, and come back to the car. Well, I mean, I didn't have that kind of time because I'm heading out now. But had I thought about it, I would have offered up my donut. But then there's a myriad of problems right there too. Is that would the donut have been safe? Because I mean, I remember I drove on that even though the tow truck driver told me he couldn't properly inflate it. He couldn't inflate it to its full capacity that it needed to be at. So would giving them that donut, would that have been, I don't know that would have been safe for them. And so maybe it was best that I didn't offer that to them. Anyway, so we are getting a little bit of precipitation here, but again, for the most part, these roads are clear. I mean, now it's getting overcast like it was when I got into the summit last year. But again, I don't think I'm going to run into the same thing that I did last year. I honestly don't, because I'm already to think of it right now. I don't know how many more miles I have of the summit here, but again, when you're 23 miles, 23 miles from Pendleton, it's negligible. It's workable. And so this summit was completely passable. I was just, I was kind of concerned and worried for no reason. There was that. So I'm gonna end it now. Focus on driving because it's the right thing to do. And I'll just wish you all happy trails, and whenever the next video is, I don't know if I'll be, Pendleton or Good River or the Dalles, or the final, I don't know, we'll see. We're just playing it by ear. So, all right, happy trails. Talk to you later. Bye.